Hi, this is Norman Holtzhausen from Boating New Zealand, and today we are reviewing the Ryck 280 walk-arounder. It is very interesting that even a year or two ago it was still something of a novelty to see a plumb-bow boat, although newer designs coming from Europe tended to have this style. Even more eye-catching, for those who knew to look for them then, were stepped hulls. It seemed all wrong to design a boat with chunks missing below the waterline, and yet there were more and more of these appearing as well. Fast forward to 2024, and the performance and handling benefits of these design features are indisputable. This style has now become almost the norm for new designs arriving from the naval powerhouses of Europe, and the Ryck 280 is another great example of this, albeit with enough subtle changes to differentiate itself from the competition. This time coming out of Germany, Ryck is a new division of well-known yachting brand Hansi. Realizing that their range offering had a gap in the 24 to 39 foot powerboat segment, they decided to create a brand new brand to help fill that gap. And the Ryck 280, designed by British designer Bill Dixon, is the first model to carry this new branding. Targeted as a day cruiser, they have attempted to combine a comfortable cabin with a stylish sport design. All this in a sophisticated but easily maintainable outboard powered package. Although this is a production boat, Ryck have taken the approach of offering 6 different configurations to suit every need. These range from the speed and performance packaging through surfing, fishing, diving, cruising and weekend configurations. One of these options is sure to tick the boxes no matter what your desired usage. The interior of the boat is simple and clean, with no protrusions to snag occupants. There are numerous practical storage spaces spread around, each with a flush-fitting cover. The review boat had the standard textured gel coat deck surface that was very comfortable and practical, although other decking options are available. The stern lounge has a comfortable L-shaped couch with a drawer-style isotherm fridge hidden under it. The wide boarding platform, at the same level as cockpit floor, is easily accessed through a gap on the starboard side of the couch. At the helm position are 2 fully padded seats with bolsters, and these can be slid back and forth. The helm is clean and simple, with a Simrad Evo touchscreen and a bank of buttons. A couple of steps go down into the forward cabin through a sliding door, and it is astonishingly spacious. On the starboard side is a separate toilet compartment with a hand basin and storage cupboard. On the port side of the steps is a small galley cabinet, and up front is a huge double berth with infills to make a queen-size bed. Access to the bow area around the outside is through a deep walkway either side of the cabin. The whole boat features high gunnels, and even when you step up into the bow area, the rails are raised to continue to provide support. This is a very safe boat to move around. We started the ultra-quiet Mercury 350 horsepower outboard, and we were very quickly up to the fast cruising speed of 31 knots, with the motor at a very comfortable 4,600 RPM. At this speed, she was consuming 61 litres of fuel per hour, or a shade under 2 litres per nautical mile. Pretty good for a boat this size doing this speed. The first characteristic, which is common with stepped hulls, is that there is no sudden lifting of the bow under hard acceleration. The whole hull remains remarkably level, with those steps allowing air to be sucked under the planing surface and reducing the wetted surface. This makes the hull much less sticky, reducing the tendency of the nose to lift when the hammer is pushed down hard. And of course, it also makes the hull very efficient. Of course, she goes faster, quite a bit faster, and we pushed her up to over 40 knots without issue. Another interesting characteristic of the ride is the effect of that plumb bow. Traditional deep V hull boats will hit a wave and cut through it from the top, inevitably lifting the bow out, up, and riding over the top. The plumb bow will instead split the wave horizontally, dividing the water to each side with less thump as it cuts through. Naturally, there's still a deep V below the waterline, so in most conditions the action is a combination of these. This hull effortlessly takes care of big and small waves. That big Mercury had power to spare, and this hull is rated for between 250 and 350 horsepower. From our tests, we could see that she would still perform well with a 250, although would be sacrificing some of that top end as well as some acceleration. The hull tracks straight and true, steering is light, and putting the hammer down midway through a turn causes no concern. Overall, this is a fantastic boat with superb performance. It joins a growing squad of plumb-bow boats with stepped hulls that are now available, and I predict we will soon see even more of these. Similarly, the 9.5 metre market is now dominated by outboard-powered vessels, where the extra fuel cost is easily outweighed by the convenience and ease of maintenance of the outboard. Personally, I would choose the wet bar cockpit option, as well as make provision for fishing, but layout is undoubtedly a personal choice, and Ryck offers many, many options.
John Ecclestone from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.